Okay, guys, so I'm going to have to give 2 degrees a call. I was going to say tomorrow, but it's nearly today. So I'm going to have to give 2 degrees a call as well as Armaguard because I tried to get onto my Armaguard time gate, see what time I start tomorrow. I always do that. I start at 10 p.m. as far as I remember. Yeah, 10 p.m. So 3 a.m. I'll be finishing and then I'll get home and I'll record me pouring a couple of drinks or something. Yeah. So, because I got there was like alternative, I called it fancy beers because you could get like a 12 pack of the cheap beers for like $20, but these ones were like one for $4 or 4 pack for 15. So it was like a special occasion thing, and because I had no alcohol, how long did I last? Yeah, I had no alcohol from June 2023 through to Christmas, December. Had a couple of sessions in, and then nothing till now. I think that it's deserving of my 2 favourite fancy beers, the Bavaria Gold and Bavaria Stout. But then the Southern Comfort Black and the Sheepdog. So I won't be drinking it all that one night. I'll just have a taste of all 4 because I haven't tried the Sheepdog or the Southern Comfort Black. Anyways, just what I would say that I was saying like it's in comparison like what you did like where they bring up the past from like years ago, and it's minute in comparison to what they do, and it's like nothing in comparison to what they do, and you haven't done anything. I'm not referring to the guy that I was referring to, the guy that's been picking me, and I've been getting a bit slack because I know that it's a matter of time before I leave, but it's months down the track, so I should really take note of that. And there's been a number of times I showed up like 10 minutes late, but I have a friend who's been messaging me because everyone else was like either they just didn't message me at all, or they didn't even really speak to me at work unless I made their contact to them, and then they would just brush me off or be polite and then go along with it. But eventually no one was, and they just become cordial. But this person is one of the 2 people that have been texting me, but the other one has gone silent. But I think that's because they're really busy, that's all. And this other person told me that this guy who's been nitpicking me, or okay, so I'm supposed to have the gates open at a certain time, and I might, because some people say you have to start opening them at a certain time. Sometimes they have to say they have to be open at that time. I might start opening them at that time, or 5 minutes later or something, and then, but all the station doors are already open, right? So just for an example, and then he's just nitpicking that. But apparently he's been outcasting me. Well, the thing is this job has been one of the best jobs I had because no one's in my face getting aggressive because they don't know the old me that would have tolerated that for a while and eventually stood up for himself. They only know the me that if they got on my face and got aggressive, I wouldn't take that shit. So no one's done that to me at work. And a lot of them are either autistic or ADHD, and then all the rest aren't. So actually, it's been best workplaces just sake that no one targets me out. I mean, and no one messages me from work and all this type of thing, except for this. Used to be 2 people, but one's gone silent. So I think they're just busy, because probably just real busy. But it was one of them told me that he's been supposedly isolating me. So if they're doing it on purpose, I stand up for myself. But I think if you're aiming to better yourself, it's gonna be normal that most people in your work environment are just gonna be like either just have nothing to do with you at all, or they'll only have something to do with you if you get a hold of them, you know. And then if you have one or two people in that work environment that will talk to you besides that, then that's probably normal if you're aiming to better yourself. I've always been aiming to better myself, but you know what they say that oh, you know what, for the chosen ones, or whatever you want to call it, the those on a spiritual path, or those who are God's people, their blessings come from God. I was like, yep. But the thing is God uses people to bring the blessing. So they say, oh, you might be hated by no one, but you don't need anybody in order to get ahead in life. Correction, you only need those that God has put into your life. Because without them, you wouldn't have the open doors. Because it's people who bring the open doors. You could be really, again, I always had the hard work and I always had the talent, but I didn't. I was never Mr. Popular. Even though when I tried, made me out to be a laughing stock, or when I didn't try, it was just crickets, you know. So I never was Mr. Popular, but I always had a couple of friends, and I just give them the time of day. So it's the hard work, it's the talent, and it's the who you know. And these other people that were giving me wisdom, and I was like, man, I knew that like ages ago. And the other ones, not because they were trying to use their so-called wisdom to discredit me and say like look back them look more smarter than I was, but I can accept that when someone is, you know, I accept correction, but when they give you evidence of or knowledge you've known since you were like a teen or early 20s, and you're in your 30s, you're like, so why are they in the position? But it's obviously because of who they know. So obviously when I try hard to get along, I don't get along, and then I really don't get along when I'm just being myself. So I just be myself, and for the few people that do accept me for who I am, then which is very, very, very slim, they're the ones that give the time of day. And may this be a help to anyone, you know, because without getting out there, you don't get to know these people. I was at the mall today and had a lovely chat with a lady, and she had a very confident daughter. Um, I'm hoping that the daughter doesn't have to go through all the setbacks that I went through due to not being popular, you know, because it is hard work and it's talent and it's also who you know. And yeah. Anyways, just thought I would say all that. See you.